Good day and welcome to Shantae's Corner. This is season 4. I cannot believe this is my fourth season of Shantae's Corner, where we are here to uplift, encourage, and support one another. I'm so excited for today because this is my first time, a lot of first time using StreamYard, first guest here. And this person means a lot to me. I'm so proud of her.
Aw,
Woman.
I'm proud of you.
So I want to introduce you all to my lovely friend, Miss Dushun Tucker, right? Make sure I
Yes,
say
ma'am. I just recently became Mrs. Tucker. Oh my gosh.
oh my gosh, you guys. I met this young lady we're just talking about how far each other have come. So
Definitely.
Miss Tucker.
Yes, Mrs.
Let
Tucker. Oh my gosh. I have to get used to my new last name, Mrs. Tucker.
so I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to my people here.
Well, hello all. As Shantae just now told you all, yes, I am Dushun, now Mrs. Tucker. I am totally blind. I've been blind since I was 13. I am currently a resident of LaGrange, Georgia, but I am originally from New York City. Um,
Oh,
I am. You say that again?
that's the New York.
Yes, ma'am. New York. Yes. I moved down to Georgia when I was, I believe, 23 or something like that. I can't quite recall exactly how old I was, but yeah, I moved down here to Georgia. I love Georgia. And I am a member of the National Federation of the Blind of Georgia. And now I feel as though I'm babbling on. Shantae, would you like to ask me something? I don't know. It's hard for me to talk about myself.
I know it's just I'm just sitting here just reminiscing. I remember you guys
Yes,
when I
ma'am.
first met Dushun. We met through the Georgia Federation of the Blind mentors program. I think the first
Yes.
time we met, you were somebody else's mentee, and
Correct.
I had a different mentee, but then the next year, Dushon was my mentee, and
Yes.
yeah, we just have been.
Oh my gosh, that is such a funny story. I remember I
Man,
remember at the end of that trip, at the end of one of the trips, mentoring trips, you and I, we finally properly introduced ourselves. I said, "Hey, what's your name?" You said Shantae, and I said, "Hi, Shantae." And I think you asked me, "What's your name?" or something like that, and I said, "Oh,
hmm
Dushan." And then I think it was you who asked me if you can call me NY. Is that correct?
I think that might have been Nikki.
Oh,
Think,
okay. So, but or I don't know. It was something. I
like
don't
one,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, but in any event, but I remember meeting you though. I absolutely remember meeting you because, as you said, you had a different mentee. So,
hmm
in any event, so moving forward, my mentor at that time, Nikki, she was unable to be my mentor again for the next trip because I think they found her a mentee or something. I don't know the reason why exactly, but in any
hmm
event, her she we swapped out mentees because she, like I said, her mentee came, she had that mentee, and then
hmm
you were without a mentee
Yeah,
and
because
I
my
became.
mentee left.
Exactly, exactly. And my mentor left, so you and I, we became mentee and mentor. And oh my gosh, that trip that you and I first became mentee and mentor, girl,
That
we
was
stayed up
fun,
all. Oh
man.
my
I was
gosh.
just talking.
Yes, 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 yes. We stayed up all night, knowing that we had to get up the next
Right,
morning to go.
right. I don't even remember what all we did. I just know we stayed in a cabin, but I just remember it being pretty fun.
Yes, absolutely. I remember us staying up all night talking. We kept on saying, yeah, we gotta wake up early in the
Hmm.
tomorrow morning. Good night. And then,
Yeah.
and then we end up talking all over again. And then we said, okay, we really gotta get up tomorrow morning to wake
Hmm.
up because we're gonna be tired.
Yep.
And then surely enough, before we knew it, it was like 3 o'clock or so. It was crazy early in the
Yep.
morning. Then remember, we were also saying, we were like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna set my alarm. And the other one's like, okay, I'm gonna set my alarm. And I think we didn't hear the alarms or something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes, but we had an absolutely great, great, great time on that trip.
That was,
Yeah.
man.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
so weird to me looking back because you used to be like, man, I can't believe you guys do all this stuff and now
Yes.
you
Oh my god, that was
you
another
guys.
thing that intrigued me about you was when you were telling me about how you were getting your degrees and everything, about how you already had your degrees and then you were going back to school for another
Mm,
degree. And I'm
yep.
like, what? You're doing all of this? And you said, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm going back to school again to get another degree. And
Hmm.
I'm like, are you serious? Isn't that hard? You
Yep.
said, no, not really. I'm going back to school again. I'm like, oh my gosh. So if you could do it, I can do it. You're like, yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yes,
yes, you
ma'am.
sure can.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
like, oh my gosh, but it's
Guys.
gonna be so hard.
Yeah, you guys. I had to like encourage her like to do
Yes,
stuff. She was
ma'am.
like, I can't do it, and I'm like, stop saying that.
Saying
You
you
can.
can, uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like, it's just like, man, I am so proud of her, you guys. I'm
Yeah,
so proud of her. It's
and
like
vice
this part.
versa. Don't get it twisted. Vice versa. I am absolutely proud of you. Oh my gosh. Because I remember very clearly when you announced that you were going to California, and then you were telling me, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I want to stay here in Georgia, and so on and so forth. I'm like, girl, you could do it. You're going to make it in California. You said,
Yeah.
no, because I don't know anyone out there,
I
and
was
and and like you were just all over the place. And then I remember when they delayed your trip to go to California.
uh-huh.
Yes. And then you were like, okay, maybe it's not meant for me to go. And I said, no, it is meant for you to go. It's just, you just got to give them a little bit of time. And then, you're going to go to California. And I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they delay your trip again?
I knew it was delayed one time. I remember about the second. It seemed like it's been so
Yeah,
long
yeah, yeah.
ago.
It's hard to recall exactly what happened. I just know that you were just you were like perhaps it's not meant for me to go, and I'm like, yes, it is. And then also remember, you were also saying that you didn't want to go because of your family. You're like, yeah, because I want
Yeah.
to stay
'Cause
here.
it's like my first time moving that far away, and you guys, I told God I did the two places I did not want to live was California and Texas. So I lived in California 8 years,
Yes,
and now
ma'am.
I'm in Texas. So
Yes, ma'am.
God has jokes.
No, actually, he has goals for you because, oh my gosh, you have completely flourished.
Man, yeah, so have you. Like you guys,
Oh,
this lady and like I was thinking about. I was like, hey, I was on their podcast first. I think it's been like a year ago now when because I was at the other job when I did you
oh
and your
my
husband
gosh.
podcast. Yeah,
Oh,
so it,
it doesn't even seem like that
you would
long.
not believe like her even being up here talking like you guys. She would not.
Oh my gosh. It was
Man.
so, we've both come a long way.
Yes.
Yeah. And it
Yes.
doesn't even feel it. like it feels like a long time ago, but at the same time it doesn't feel like that long ago, if that makes
Right,
sense.
right, right.
Yeah. Cause oh my god. And then remember also we were saying, we were like, when we're gonna look back on this and we're gonna see, how much you've grown.
Man,
And
yes.
then and oh my gosh, and here's another thing that you said to me. I remember you said, I'm trying to think of the exact words, but I know when I try to figure it out, you're gonna assist me. You said to me, I'm so serious because I want to get the exact words that you said. Um, you said, I think you said something like, "Oh, Dushun, I've seen your growth," and I said, "My growth." You said, "Yeah, I see
Yeah,
your growth." And I'm like, okay, but I don't see it. And you said,
yeah.
this is exactly what you said. You said, because you said the reason why you don't see it is because it's not meant for you to see. It's meant for others to see, not for
Yep,
you. It's just meant for you to do, not to
yep.
see. I'm like, but Shantae, that doesn't make sense. Why would I grow and not be able to see it myself?
Yep. Because
And
remember, like you were staying with your mom and brother, and like you didn't
yes,
go out on your own, and like mom was helping you with stuff, and now
yes,
look, you all married and stuff, and
yes, yes, ma'am.
going
Yes,
about.
yes, ma'am. Yes, and oh my gosh, I promise you, Shantae. And then, so then moving forward past the whole, growth conversation, I don't even know how many months later, but I was talking to someone and we had the same exact conversation. I said to them, I said, you know what? Let me explain something to you. My mentor, Miss Shantae Reed,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
oh
yeah. Say it.
I always refer to you as that. I said, yes, let me tell you something. My mentor, Miss Shantae Reed, she explained something to me, and I want to share what she told me. I want to share it with you because, they always say, you got to pass along. And what I'm
Mhm.
going to pass along to you that she told me was that when you are meant to grow, and when you grow, it's not meant for you to see, it's meant for others to see. And watch, you're gonna come back to me a year from now and you're gonna say, wow, Dushun, you're absolutely right.
Mhm.
Wow. So moving forward, a year later, that person, they sure did come back to me. They said,
See.
Dushun. They was like, Dushun, you're right. I said, about what? They said, remember what you said about your mentor? I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. So then they said, remember we said about the growth? I'm like, oh yeah, what about it? They said, you're absolutely right because now I see my growth. At
Mhm.
first, I did not see it, but now I see it. I say,
Yeah.
yep, let's thank Miss Shantae Reed. That's my mentor. Shantae, you don't understand. Like, you've been like such a positive force, like a positive role model for me. And I greatly appreciate you for, for just being in my life. I
Oh.
sincerely do appreciate, and I'm not saying this to make you all mushy gushy and everything else. I really do appreciate you. I thank God that He placed you, that He placed us in each other's lives.
Yeah, because we've learned a lot from each other. It's not just
Definitely.
bad.
Oh, because I remember this too about you. Remember, you did not want to use your cane.
Nope.
You
Still don't.
refused. I remember when I found out, I said, wait, what? You don't use your cane? You said, nope.
No, man.
I said, Shantae, how? I was so baffled. I'm like, how in the world is it that she doesn't use her
Yeah.
cane?
And
Isn't
I
she
think
blind?
the only reason I used it then because I had not too long ago had surgery. And so I had to use it.
I did not know that. You learn something new every
Yep.
day.
That trip. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Man, but yeah, when you told me that you do not use your cane, I was just in such complete like I said, I was just so baffled. I'm like, oh my gosh, how is it that you're blind and you don't use your cane? So ever since you told me that, I've been like really going hard and telling people, hey, you have to use your cane. I promote using your cane now.
Yeah.
You got to see me on National Cane Day, White Cane Day. I'm like, yes, use your cane. It's National White Cane Day.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's awesome.
ma'am.
I think Miranda has a business. I have to go to her page where she like blings out the canes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, that's cool.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yep. But yeah, we've all come a long way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
everyone
just
from that mentoring program.
yes, yes, man. It's just amazing to see. And the cool thing is like everybody's like all over the United States, like,
Yes, ma'am.
all over.
Yes, ma'am. And everyone from Georgia.
Yeah, I was gonna say our little Georgia group.
Yes, our little mentoring program has
Yes,
definitely expanded
yes,
itself.
yes, yes. It's amazing to see, like, because a couple of people have businesses and,
Yep.
work for, high government positions. It's just
Yes,
amazing
ma'am.
to see how far
Yep.
everybody that's
Yep.
like that's how you really see the growth, like,
Absolutely, absolutely. And then
so
also you can't forget also that people they've have children, gotten married, and so on and
yeah,
so forth. Yeah, I'm very
yeah,
proud of everyone.
yes, yes, yes. I'm so proud of my group. It's like family, like a
Yes.
little. It's like I love to see what everybody's doing. It's
Absolutely, likewise.
yeah.
Likewise. I'm oh man, this oh I should say, you
Man.
made me all emotional.
Yeah, this has been like a little what you call them, like a remembering session, like a reminiscing.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So now that we've kind of reminisced some, so kind of tell everybody what you're up to now.
Well, as you said, I just got married to my husband, Darian Tucker. Shout outs to Mr.
Woohoo!
Tucker. He's not here right now. He's out shopping, grocery
Oh,
shopping. He's all grocery shopping, but
oh
he'll be
wow.
back soon. But yeah. So yeah, oh, I no longer live in Carrollton, Georgia. I now,
Mhm.
as I said at the top of the show, I live in LaGrange, Georgia. What else is there? Uh, I don't know what else there is. Oh, we're
And
getting ready to travel. We're getting ready to
and that
say that again.
I was gonna say your podcast and the
Yes,
traveling.
yes, yeah. Oh
That
yeah, I
too.
was getting ready to talk about that. So yeah, so we're
Yeah.
getting ready to travel to another part of Georgia. I forgot the name of it. It's I can't recall the name of it. But basically another part of Georgia we're getting ready to travel to very soon. To a young lady by the name of Shamaya Patillo. She's hosting an event, and Civilized Eyes podcast, which is
Oh,
the podcast that my husband and I that we host. We're going to take it on the road, and we're going to travel out there to her event.
oh, that's cool.
Yep, because um she has I guess what you call it, organization or what have you called ICU.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the name of hers. And we're like I said, we're gonna go out there, travel out there and see her and be a part of her event for a little while.
Oh,
So
that's
that's our
awesome.
next event. Oh, also we're gonna to also going to um the old school event that Landry Cobreth, that her chapter is giving soon, very shortly. We're going to that. We're gonna go see
Oh,
that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, basically, we're networking with other folks and whatnot.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah, Yes, ma'am. Yeah, and that's what Civilized Lives podcast do. We go, we travel, we network, meet other people, and so on and so forth. Basically, we build relationships with people.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's how it starts.
Yes, ma'am. It surely is. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. Um, and what else is there that's going? Oh, and that's all that I can think of right now.
Yep. So I do thank
Yes.
you so much for coming on with me today and
Oh,
share
not a
any
problem.
any kind of social media you want to share with anybody where they can find you guys.
Oh yeah, sure. So our podcast is called Civilized Eyes Podcast, spelled CIVIESPODCAST. And you can find us on YouTube by that name, also on all your other social networks, platforms. Civilized
Uh,
Eyes Podcast. Also, you can find us individual, our personal pages at, well, my personal page is Dushun Tucker, spelled DUSHUNTUCKER. That's Dushun Tucker. And you can also find my husband. His name is Darian Tucker, spelled DERREANTUCKER. And those are both on Facebook.
Alrighty. Well, I
Yes,
thank
and that's it.
you so much for joining me. And
Absolutely.
as I tell you guys every time, let your words speak. And until next time, we thank you for joining us for Shantae's Corner.